Hello and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton, and today we are going to talk about a new business in Hampton. It's called Momo's Cafe, and the owner is Martha Bennett. Welcome, Martha.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm going to call you a new business because you're new to Hampton, but you're not really a new business.
No, I'm not.
How long have you had, was it a restaurant, was it catering, what all do you do?
Well, I started in 2008 just as a personal chef business, and I would travel to homes and cook food and shop, do that. And the catering picked up from there, and we opened a restaurant in the city center area in 2012, and we closed December of 2021 and moved to Hampton and opened again in May of this year.
So what prompted the move to Hampton?
More space.
We're always happy when people move and when people expand, so that's very good news.
During COVID, it was mainly just personal chef work that we were doing, and being in city center where it's an office park, nobody was coming to work.
Oh gosh, yeah. So many people in offices were able to telecommute. They didn't.
Right. So foot traffic went down. We had to reinvent ourselves and become more of the personal chef line. I said, we need someplace where we can have both and all three. And having the subcontract at Jefferson Lab, we needed more space to support what they do over there as well.
So when you say subcontract, that is, you do not their cafeteria, but you do their...
I do their cafe.
And you do?
Yeah,
okay.
We do their cafe and their catering, but it's all, because it's DOE, it's all contracts.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's a very interesting place. There's a lot of varied kinds of people from different backgrounds and different countries and stuff there as well.
Yes, there is.
So in Hampton, you have a cafe, and it's a little hard to see if people don't know it's there. Explain where it is.
We're on the corner of Pine Chapel and Power Plant Parkway. It's 1930 Power Plant Parkway.
So what we would say is just outside of Bass Pro.
Yeah, it's right across the parking lot is our back door. Mm-hmm. But the cafe actually faces
Power.
No,
Power Plant.
Power Plant, which is one and the same, isn't it?
I know. I still call it all Powhatan.
Powhatan on one side and Power Plant on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so describe what the cafe is like for people who haven't been there.
Well, we have a beautiful outdoor seating area. We also have large indoor seating. We call it fast casual, so you come in, grab a menu, sit anywhere you want. When you're ready to order at the counter, and we bring your food out to you. We do breakfast till 11:30 Tuesday through Friday, and we do breakfast all day on Saturday from 10 to 3, and then we have lunch. And then we have our personal chef dinners that you can order to go.
Well, let's talk a little bit more. Your breakfasts are, and I know you handed me a menu, but describe some of your breakfast meals.
Okay, so you can have, we do down-home things like sausage, gravy, and biscuits. But our biscuits are homemade. We do a really large sweet potato ham biscuit that gets honey cream cheese and our homemade cranberry chutney in it.
That sounds so good.
We have a hash brown plate. We have, as any way you want a breakfast sandwich, whether you want it grilled, toasted, bagel, English muffin, biscuit, we'll make it any way you want. Add spinach and tomatoes, your choice of cheese, your choice of meat or no meat. We have plenty of things for vegetarians as well.
That's great. And then your lunches, I noticed you have a lot of sandwiches, really interesting sandwiches.
We do, and they're all different kinds of sandwiches.
And that also makes it quick for people who don't have a long lunch break,
It does. And we tell everyone, if you're in a hurry, call us ahead. We'll have it ready and waiting for you when you get here.
Where did you learn to cook?
I started cooking when I was 16 in a hotel in Virginia Beach where I grew up. And, went away to school, and, it was always my passion. So I did graduate from Johnson & Wales. I've worked with great chefs. Worked at King's Mill, Colonial Williamsburg, was the executive chef at the Omni in Richmond, opened the West End of Virginia Beach, and at that point, my daughter was 14, and I said, it's time to do something else. So that's why I struck out on my own.
That takes a lot of nerve. Was it hard?
Very hard, but it was rewarding. When you get to the top of your profession in my world, you're actually doing a lot of meetings and a lot of babysitting, and you're not doing what you enjoy doing, which is cooking. So this has given me the opportunity, by working for myself, to do the cooking as well as, the management side of it.
And you must have a much larger kitchen than what you had before to do your catering and prep work.
It's probably about 5 times the size as it was. 6 times the size, yeah.
Wow, that's
Huge,
great.
yeah.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the personal chef. It's not really personal chef, it's more kind of grab and go.
Well, it is personal chef work, because I still cook for about 20 families a week. And
so
deliver.
You have a stable core.
I do.
Interesting.
And everybody said they all told me to let that go right before the pandemic hit, and I'm so glad I didn't. But what we've done is I rotate 8 menus a week, and this is one of our 8 menus, and we've created what we call a feature dinner of the week. So this is our barbecue chicken, and it comes with mac and cheese and coleslaw.
It looks wonderful. It looks wonderful.
And that's a serving for one right there.
And so if I'm a family of 4, I just pick up 4 of those. Do I call ahead?
Or you call ahead and we'll package it for 4.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And I was just going to say, and can people just like pop in and do it, or do you need to know ahead of time?
For the feature dinner, they can pop in.
Okay. But you have other dinners as well?
The other 7, they'd need to call in advance or email.
And this is kind of down home, familiar kind of Southern staples. What other kinds of meals have you been offering?
I always do a pasta dinner, so there's always some form of a pasta dinner, and my pasta dinners always come, like this week we did a penne pasta and pesto with sausage and peas, grilled bread, and Caesar salad. So then there's always a salmon dinner on there. You can always have a salmon dinner. We did salmon cakes this week with couscous and a veg medley. There's always vegetarian on there. There's always something that's more kid friendly, so we always have some sort of a tacos, or to me this is a kid friendly as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to feature dinners that people.
There's nothing more kid friendly than mac and cheese, I think.
I agree, and it's adult friendly too, isn't it?
Right.
But I always try to keep something on there for our feature dinner of something that will appeal to just about everybody.
And you make a lot of your stuff.
We make almost all of
homemade.
it. Yeah, like all of our salad dressings are homemade. All of our desserts are homemade. These are all made in-house. We have, I just brought a sampling of brown sugar pound cake, lemon bar, key lime bar, and our sticky buns. So, but we run about 10 different desserts. We make our own power bars. We make our own granola bars. We make everything. Yeah.
Wow.
We even roast our own meats for sandwiches. So our own turkey.
Oh, that makes a huge
pork,
difference.
chicken. Yes.
Oh wow. Oh, I need to go.
Yes,
absolutely.
You do.
It's not near downtown, but I could pop out and be back at work really quickly.
And you could call ahead and we'd have it ready for you.
That's great. Where are you seeing like your biggest growth since you've been to Hampton, or is it you're still pretty new here?
I'm still trying to wrap my arms around it, but it's been very organic. We've done a lot of social media work because I've wanted to tap into that younger crowd. But really, it's 2 people come in, love it, they tell their friends, love it, they come in, and then I had some people come in from they were from the shopping center, and they put it on next door, and so we've gotten a lot of the neighbors in the neighborhood from next door that they just keep coming in.
That is great. Do you have like a favorite thing to make that you just enjoy making, or do you like the variety?
I love the variety. I think that's what keeps me going. I really like making things that take time, more than one little step. So, when we make our chicken barbecue, that I will never share that with anyone. Talking about sharing recipes, I brought some of my grandmother's books. There's recipes in there that I use of hers, how we make our pickles. And
did she teach you to cook, or did you just you loved her food and you inherited these wonderful little recipes?
Pretty much, that's what it was.
Oh, look at that. That's like her handwriting, probably.
It is her handwriting,
and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's so neat.
Yeah. And it's weird, some of the measurements, when making pickles, it's gallons of strong vinegar versus, actual measurements. It's kind of neat.
That is fun. So you really do everything from pickles to dessert. Are you the baker, or do you have somebody?
My mother actually bakes for me. Yeah, she works several days a week, comes in and does my baking. It's not that I can't do it, it's that
you can't do all of it. I mean, this is too big for one person,
It
right?
is, and she loves doing it. So there's recipes like our double fudge brownies that took me 6 months to perfect, but once we got it perfected, they're great. So
wonderful. Well, tell us again your hours.
Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday 10 to 3. And we do catering all days of the week.
So if I'm having a meeting, I can order up either sandwiches or whatever else.
Yes, you can.
That's a lot. That is a huge variety of stuff. Most people, can't do that breadth.
Yeah, we can.
Wonderful. Well, where does Momo come from?
My nephew couldn't say Martha.
That's sweet.
He called me Momo, so all my nieces and nephews call me Momo.
That's great. Well, is there anything you want to add that I haven't asked you about?
I think you've covered it well.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you so much for watching. I'm sure your mouth is watering right now looking at all this wonderful food. And Momo's is located right outside Bass Pro on the main road on Powhatan, on Power Plant Parkway. And I hope you'll stop by. Thanks for watching.